Hello everyone, I've been missing for a while because I was cold and also busy at my workplace, not necessarily in this order, but today I'll be talking about my passion on going on flea markets and I'll show you what I typically buy from there. I'll be showing you some of the stuff that I bought from the flea market and why did I bought them. We will start with these two heavy books. History of Art by Mihail Alpatov. The books are from 1966 and this will help me at my job to have an idea about the mainstream art. Although it is written in Soviet times, it will help me understand a little bit about art in general. It's 2 volumes, very heavy. I paid 8 lei for them, and again, this is back from the 1960s. If you have watched the so-called Hackerville episode, you might be seeing this. And this is a Trabant 601 scale model. Now Trabant were these tiny little cars made in East Germany. It had a 2-stroke engine, 600cc and 26 horsepower. And I can relate to this because growing up in the 90s, I know at least 10 people that had one of these. My aunt and uncle had one, and I still remember the joy I had as a kid when my uncle took me for a ride. I have paid 10 lei for this one. Kind of broken, but so were the real ones, always breaking. I found this for 5 lei. It's a card reader, works with all kind of cards including the micro SD and works great. I have purchased this one for 80 lei. So it's a GoPro Hero with the mount plate, original one, and waterproof case. And what I did is to actually order a couple of batteries from the cheap site in the East. And at the moment batteries are holding up 1 hour on the Full HD mode. So I had a couple of these in the past, unbreakable, indestructible. I got a couple of English dictionaries, Oxford Children's Dictionary and Penguin Concise English Dictionary, because the learning process never ends, and I only paid 10 lei for both, so 5 lei each. What I would like to show you now is these postcards. So this one shows Bran Castle, also known as Dracula's Castle, in a nice fairy tale winter landscape. And this one is for Easter. It says Christos Anviat, Christ has resurrected, and shows like a family party with the dyed eggs and everything. I plan to send this as a gift, and dates back from I'm showing 14th of April 1911. I also got a small photo album today. I paid 20 lei for it. The photos are pretty much amateur, but they're very cool. A nice piece of history. I also got a plane. Now, it's not in the best shape, and we can notice there's some damage on this blade, but still quite cool. We'll use it as decoration. I actually paid 15 lei for it. I paid 5 lei for this one. It's a CD box, CD storage box, but I'll be removing these inside and I'll be upcycling it for a different project. 5 lei, actually 10 lei for this one. It's quite heavy. It's a projector made in Germany, Mali Color SL, made in East Germany, so basically during the Cold War era. And when I got it, it got a lot of red dye on it and it's not functional, but I reckon that it can be upcycled, or if I can find some, maybe a museum or something in Germany, I'll be offering them as a donation. 3 old hammers, 10 lei each. I got them in bulk. I know, maybe I didn't need them, but you never know. In the 5 lei box I got this flashlight. We'll check if it works. Looks kind of funny. It's like a meme of people having, you know, bats in the car. I'll gift it to someone. I'll gift it to someone who will enjoy the joke. I did talk a bit about this type of glassware. So this is a candy bowl. No candy, sorry. But you can notice it still has a label, which means that it wasn't used that much. So this is a piece of vintage glass of the Socialist Republic of Romania. These were handmade, these patterns, by the most skillful workers in such a plant. Also got this beauty here, which is a Petri FT camera. Unfortunately the camera does not work. The lenses are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The camera unfortunately does have an issue. There we go. And cannot trigger. The shutter button doesn't work. But I hoped to get it for this particular lens. Unfortunately I cannot find a mount for this. It does have its own type of mount. It's not M42. I tried to find an adapter for it, but beautiful. I'm hoping that I will be able to find one. So if you know any solution to adapt this to a Canon 700D, I would appreciate it very much. But look at this, beautiful, beautiful, made in Japan. I believe it was made in the 1960s. Super cool looking. And not to forget, I also got a guitar. Looks like a student's guitar. It's a Spanish brand, Admira Paloma. And it can be easily tuned with an app. I paid 25 euros for it. Hello, do you speak English?
Oh, you can't English. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes?
Hi, my name is I represent the Adventures.
Okay.
Now I've
Nice to
been
meet you.
nice to meet you as well.
How
So
can I help you?
I've been I will be straightforward. Would you be interested on a donation?
Yes, we only take donations actually. So.
All right.
Yeah. What do you have for us?
I have a video projector, or not just a projector. It's called Malicolor SL. I believe it was made in Eastern Germany.
Can you spell it for me?
Yes, M-A, and then
Mali color.
Yes, S-L.
And are you located in Berlin or?
No, I'm located in Romania.
Could you maybe take some pictures of the object and then send it to our email address so we can decide whether we take it or not?
Sure, of course.
Yes, I can tell you the email address.
One moment, please, because I need to write it down. Just a moment. Will do.
It's where the depot is of the museum.
Sure.
So it would be very nice if you just take a picture of a few pictures and then send them to us, and then maybe put some information in the email, and then we can answer you via email if
Absolutely.
that's okay for you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
If you have watched the previous flea market video, you know that I like to buy photos with a story. And I thought this album is just, simple, with a bunch of family photos. But these family photos are pretty interesting, because if you're looking into that corner, there's a sign which says Hilfsstelle Mutter und Kind, which is an organization for, let's say, advanced mothers during the times of the guy with the funny mustache. Hilfsstelle Mutter und Kind. Moving on. I believe this one is dated 1938. We have the gentleman with a interesting haircut and his dog. It's the same little girl playing with the dog, feeding the roosters. And then we have another lady. And then this one is dated April 1943, with a gentleman wearing an uniform. Judging by the type of uniform, is more likely regular army. See, there's the symbol here, but not the Hugo Boss uniform. Oh, this one is very interesting, very casual. Lady just enjoying the sun. The other one is knitting, and in the background is firewood. Okay, so I don't recognize. Yeah, it's the same lady that was laying in the sun. But what's interesting is the company name here, Kammnagel AG Hamburg, which apparently was a mill equipment company at the end of the 19th century, and then starting with 1939 it produced armament, and later on cranes. And here's the date, summer 1944, Sommer 1944. And I also have the stamp for this one, Stavanger & Co. And apparently this says something about modern photography, and it is located in Wien, Maria Hilfer Straße 145. So I went on Google Maps for Maria Hilferstrasse 145 in Vienna, and I found this, and I wonder if there's any connection.